senior. Number 17, let's hear it for Antonio Martinez. Number 23, Sean Zaska. 26.
Paddles taken to their chest. Suddenly they got some signs of life here. And Jackson Fix is able to recover the kick. And they do block it. Chasing after it and recovering inside the red zone is Braden Wolfanger. Now looking to run, looking around into the end zone. Adrian Stevens, touchdown. Shell up the middle into the secondary. Bailey Shell. LPW inside the 5. Follow his blockers to the left. There goes Thomas trying to fight for the goal line. The ball comes out. Who's got it? Looks like Leroy does. And the Knights recover. Leroy recovers the fumble near the goal line. 4:39, second and 10. Yale back to throw. Flushed out again. Directing traffic. Flag behind the play. And it's picked off. A diving interception made by Bailey Shell. Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Section 5 Football here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. My name is Alex Brasky, ready to take you through tonight's action between the Leroy Oatkin Knights and the Letchworth Perry Warsaw Dogs. Leroy comes in at 5-1. Letchworth Perry Warsaw enters at 4-2. This game has playoff implications. Both teams fighting for a quality seed as postseason play is just a week away. So once again, proud for you to join us here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. My name is Alex Brasky, getting set for what should be a quality matchup between two Class C opponents. But before we get too deep into tonight's broadcast, let us first thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste.
Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs and is always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 for a quote today. Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of state-of-the-art technical training and solar lab on site? Also, award-winning faculty with real-world experience, 200-plus transfer agreements to 4-year schools, and on-campus student housing now available. Sometimes unexpected illness or injuries can occur that require immediate care. It's times like these that you can turn to UR Medicine, Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Urgent Care Center Geneseo is located in the Noise Health Services Building on 50 East South Street. Walk-ins are welcome every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. There are X-ray and lab services on site. For more information, visit noise.urmc.edu. Hiring a professional cleaning service is actually an incredibly economical idea. At Warren's, they're able to get done twice as much cleaning in half the time. With their competitive rates, they're saving you time and money. A clean facility is a productive one. Call Warren's at 585-786-5610 and schedule your appointment today. Hiring a professional. Harding Plumbing is a family-owned and operated company that is EPA certified and fully insured. Harding offers fair pricing for excellent workmanship. They stand behind their work and business name. With 24-hour emergency service and 12 technicians, Harding has the ability to get the workload done in a timely fashion. Call Harding now at 585-237-5561. Stop by and see Nancy Crocker at Empire Realty Group at 7133 West Main Road in Leroy for any and all of your real estate needs. Nancy takes great pride in providing excellent service to all area buyers and sellers. Select Nancy Crocker as your realtor for 2022.
All right, as we get set for kickoff here at Hartwood Park, we'll show you a quick highlight reel of Leroy's dramatic win over Attica earlier this season. 3rd and 10 facing Attica. See if they go to the air. They do. Allen, a little bit of a swing pass to Pearl in the open field. Levi Pearl is in for the touchdown.
30-yard pass.
Is where they spot it. Leroy looking for the big score. Handoff goes to Stroll. The ball came out.
Stroll with a carry, no sign.
Touchdown, Leroy! We'll have to rewatch that on the replay. Tough to see amongst the massive bodies there, but nonetheless, a touchdown for the Knights. And it's 19 remaining in the fourth quarter. Leroy just got the paddles taken to their chest, and suddenly they got some signs of life here. And Jackson Fix is able to recover the kick. A little pooch kick to the right side, perfectly placed. Jackson Fix falls on it. Poor pursuit by the Attica return team. And Leroy in business once again, 7:13 remaining in the ball game. Snap to Stevens. Rolling out, looking to run. Foot in the ground, into the end zone. Adrian Stevens, touchdown. Leroy has come all the way back. They now trail by a point with the PAT upcoming. And he'll follow his blockers to the left. There goes Thomas trying to fight for the goal line. The ball comes out. Who's got it? Looks like Leroy does. And the Knights recover. Leroy recovers the fumble near the goal line. So 1st and goal. Stevens out of the shotgun. Takes it himself. Stacked up. And he's in. Touchdown, Leroy! All right, we are ready for kickoff here at Hartwood Park. Leroy will kick it away to LPW. You saw the dramatics in the Knights' early season win over Attica, hoping for just as much excitement here tonight. LPW coming off a loss to Attica last week. There's been a lot of shuffling going on within Class C this season. It's a messy classification. More on that later. As, like I said, we are set to go. Leroy will kick it away on the opening kick. Here is Andrew Pocock, set to kick it for the Knights. He gets it away, and it will be returned by DQ Johnson Myers. And he's out to about the 25-yard line, and that's where LPW will begin its drive here in the opening quarter.
At the 25-yard line for LPW.
So Leroy, coached by Brian Herdline in search of its first sectional title this season. Since 2014, they've outscored their opponents 175 to 111. They come into this game having won 3 in a row. Their lone defeat has come at the hands of Oakfield, Alabama Elba, a Class D opponent. So the Knights, once again, a talented team in search of a Class C title. And the Knights defense there for a big stop.
Braden
Wolfanger on the carry. Tony Piazza in there amongst a host of Knights tacklers. And that's going to bring up second and about 11.
Second down and 10 for LPW.
And here's a handoff up the middle.
And the Knights defense again right in there making the stop.
And not much there. Jack Tonzi in there on the stop for Leroy. It's going to be a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 for LPW.
So the Leroy defense, which has really led the way for this team throughout the season, pulling its neck to start this game. It's now a 3rd and long for LPW. Quarterback Chris Shearing out of the shotgun. He'll take it himself, but he's hit immediately and driven back. Jack Tonzi, another tackle for the Knights. And looks like LPW will call on the punting unit on 4th and long. It's going to remain a 4th and 8 here for the Dogs. Jack Tonzi, a quality athlete for the Knights, leading this Leroy defense throughout the year. Came up with a big fumble recovery in that win over Attica. Tonzi with 42.5 tackles, 3 for a loss. Also has added a sack and 3 fumble recoveries on the season. So he's really had his way for the Leroy defense, as it will be 1st and 10 for Leroy at their own 48-yard line.
False start on the kicking team. There's a flag down.
So that was a false start called against LPW, it seems. So we'll see where they spot this.
False start, declined. 1st down for the Knights.
So here comes Leroy with its first possession of the game. And a quick note on Leroy, the 3rd string quarterback in the game, Drew Strollo, as starting quarterback Tommy Conandorio went down during that loss to Attica, which led to Adrian Stevens taking over, but he has since been injured, and now Drew Strollo, the man taking the snaps for the Knights, and he's on the run trying to find the edge, and he's knocked out of bounds after a short gain of about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up for Leroy.
It's going to be 3rd down, 2nd down, and 8.
So 2nd down and 6 coming up for Leroy. Strollo will go under center, and this is certainly something to watch for Leroy as Strollo goes under center, something he's not accustomed to doing. But he looks like a natural, running wide with the ball in one hand for the 1st down. A good gain for Drew Strollo, a fresh set. Coming up for the Owatkin Knights with 9:27 remaining in this opening quarter. So Leroy on the move behind 3rd string quarterback Drew Strollo. It's really been plug and play for Leroy this year, dealing with injuries, as many teams are, and Strollo trying his best to continue the success of this Knights offense. So 2 men wide to the left, 1 man to the right, and he hands it to him. It's Tony Piazza forging forward for a gain of about 3. That'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Second down and 8.
So here's Strollo under center. 2nd and 7. And he takes it himself through a gaping hole up the middle. Drew Strollo, a heady play. Saw the room in front of him, called his own number, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And it's going to be short, 3rd and inches.
So a good start here for the Knights. Strollo under center, takes it himself again up the middle, this time dragged down.
That front line is blowing out. Drew got a good push for a first down.
Well, that's going to be a first down as Andrew Kelly held on to his jersey in order to stop his momentum, but not before Strollo was able to cross the line to gain. So time ticking down, under 8 minutes in this opening quarter. Another 1st and 10 for Leroy here. Strollo leading this Leroy offense down the field. Man in motion is Piazza. And it's a counter play. Piazza up the middle, brought down by Wolfanger. Well, that's a good gain on first down of about 6 yards. 2nd and 4 coming up for Leroy.
Wolfanger.
So 2nd and 4, 7:20 remaining in the first quarter. Leroy will spread things out of the shotgun. Piazza beside Strollo, high snap, fakes it to him. Strollo contacted in the backfield and brought down. Good pursuit from Letchworth Perry Warsaw's Noah Lighton, the leading tackler for this Dogs defense. 48.5 tackles entering this game, 7.5 have come for a loss. He's also recorded an interception, so Noah Lighton has spent plenty of time in the backfield this season, and once again, as that brings up a 3rd and 9 after a loss of 5. And Leroy faced with some adversity as they go under center with Strollo. Handoff to the deep back, Jackson Fix, moving forward for a good gain of about 5. That'll bring up 4th and 3, a 4th and manageable coming up for Leroy, and it looks like they'll keep the offense on the field.
It's going to be 4th and 4 for the Knights.
So we'll call it 4th and 4 for Leroy, as it appears they keep the offense on the field. You see Big Merritt Holly going wide to the right. He's certainly a dangerous weapon here on a 4th down play as Strollo goes out of the shotgun. Strollo dropping back, going with the quick throw to Fix. Running to the near side and wrapped up and brought down by a host of tacklers, and that's going to stop Leroy shy of the line to gain. Logan Diver and Bailey Shell in there on the stop for the Dogs. 5:58 remaining in the opening quarter. Letchworth Perry Warsaw is going to take over on offense. A big stop for LPW, as it looked like Leroy had things going there. So now it's LPW spreading things out, shearing out of the shotgun. Hands it off. Here comes Shell to the near side, brought down by a number of Leroy tacklers. Tonzi in there. Also, you saw Keegan Park in there to help out on the stop. So that'll bring up 2nd and 4, after a gain of 6 for Bailey Shell, one of the leading carriers for this LPW offense. Shell has recorded 63 carries for 370 yards and 3 scores on the season. He's also caught 6 passes for 62 yards. Shearing back to throw under pressure, and he's brought down. First one there was Emmanuel Fisher. Jack Tonzi helped out on the sack. And that's a loss of 8. And that'll bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 12. Coming up for LPW as Emmanuel Fisher, the big play on defense. It's been a fast-moving first quarter. A few big plays defensively. There you saw one from Fisher. And LPW out of the shotgun once again. Shearing going for the quick throw just out of the reach of Wolfanger. And that'll bring up 4th and long, and the Dogs will bring on the punting unit once again. And an official's timeout, as it appears as if somebody's been injured on the play. And once again, we'll thank our sponsor. 10 facing Attica. See if they go to the air.
If anyone's interested, helpers, we need someone to help go through the crowd. 2 volunteers for tonight to sell 50-50.
3rd and 10 facing Attica.
Are you looking for
Casella
residential
Waste
pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs and is always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 for a quote today.
All right, we're back. 4th down and 12 coming up for LPW as they have the punting unit on the field. Back to kick it away is Emmett Storrs. Back to return it for Leroy is Jackson Fix, Andrew Strollo. Good snap to Storrs, a good kick, high arcing kick. And it comes to rest at the 41-yard line, and Leroy with quality field position inside LPW territory. So 1st and 10 coming up for Leroy, 4:21 remaining in the opening quarter. Knights looking to break the seal. It's been a defensive struggle thus far, as was expected, with a 3rd-string quarterback in there for Leroy and a defensive-minded team like LPW. Points are going to come at a premium tonight. And looked like LPW jumped early there. That looks like that's going to bring up 1st and 5 here for Leroy, and it does. So a quick start there off the edge for the Dogs. And it'll now be 1st and 5 for Leroy.
It's going to be 1st and 5 for the Knights.
Two men wide to the left. Cal Kokitis and Jackson Fix. Piazza goes in motion, or excuse me, Tonzi went in motion. And Strollo follows him.
Strollo with a keeper, gained a couple.
For a short gain, it's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Knights at the 35-yard line.
And we'll call it 2nd and 4 here for Leroy. Fix the deep back. Piazza in front of him. Holly wide to the right. Kokitis wide to the left. Handoff goes to Piazza. And there he goes into the open field. Tony Piazza is in for the Leroy touchdown.
Touchdown, Leroy Knights.
35 yards. Tony Piazza puts Leroy on the board here in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Knights.
Extra point attempt by number 40.
Wide open lane Green grass in front of him. Tony Piazza took advantage, a long touchdown run. And the Knights with an early lead here in the first quarter. 3:32 remaining in the opening frame. And on for the PAT is Pocock up and through. It's now 7-0.
Why choose GCC? That's easy. Affordable tuition, a new state-of-the-art technical training and solar lab on site, also award-winning faculty with real-world experience, 200-plus transfer agreements to four-year schools, and on-campus student housing now available. Sometimes unexpected illness or injuries can occur that require immediate care. It's times like these that you can turn to UR Medicine, Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Urgent Care Center Geneseo is located in the Noise Health Services Building on 50 East South Street. Walk-ins are welcome every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. There are x-ray and lab services on site. For more information, visit noise.urmc.
All right, and here's Pocock on to kick it away for Leroy following the long touchdown run from Piazza. And we'll see if LPW can come up with a big response. Kick is taken at about the 10 and wrapped up at about the 22 is Noah Lighton. And LPW will begin its drive at its own 24-yard line.
Emmanuel Fisher and group. LPW will be first and 10.
Stop by and see Nancy Crocker at Empire Realty Group at 7133 West Main Road in Leroy for any and all of your real estate needs. Nancy takes great pride in providing excellent service to all area buyers and sellers. Select Nancy Crocker as your realtor.
And here's the snap. Shell gains 4. That'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Bailey Shell with a carry. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the LPW.
So LPW looking for the big response here following the Leroy touchdown. And as I said before, expect points to come at a premium tonight. But a big play created by Leroy may have changed the script here. So here's Shearing taking it himself, stacked up, but spins out of tacklers. And that's a first down for Chris Shearing. Tough running from Shearing and a fresh set of downs coming up for LPW.
Keeper for first down, LPW.
That'll move the sticks. So that's some impressive running there. Shearing out of the shotgun, hands it to Shell, but wrapped up in the backfield and brought down. Good pursuit.
Ryan Higgins with a
as Ryan Higgins is in there for his 6.5 tackle for loss on the season. Now has 6.5 tackles for loss on the season, excuse me.
Back to original line of scrimmage.
You knew what I meant.
10 for LPW.
Higgins, 19 tackles on the year, 1 sack, 6.5 tackles for loss, 3 fumble recoveries. He's been impressive for Leroy this season. Shearing back to throw. Higgins there to pressure him, but Shearing able to escape and work his way forward for a gain of about 5.
On Shearing.
So third
Gain about 5.
and
Third down
5 coming up.
For LPW.
Time ticking down. Under 1 minute to go here in the opening quarter. 3rd and 5 coming up for LPW, trailing 7-0. As they hurry it to the line, Shearing will go under center. Quick shift. Shearing, a bit of a misdirection play up the middle, but brought down right at the line of scrimmage was Bailey Shell, Jack Tonzi, and Higgins in on the stop. 4th down and 5 coming up for LPW. Looks like that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. We head to the second quarter. It's 7-0. Leroy out in front.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Your Knights 7, LPW 0. Don't forget, we need 2 volunteers tonight to sell 50/50s. If you can help out Rachel Green, go down to the Knights table.
Harding Plumbing is a family-owned and operated company that is EPA certified and fully insured. Harding offers fair pricing for excellent workmanship. They stand behind their work and business name. With 24-hour emergency service and 12 technicians, Harding has the ability to get the workload done in a timely fashion. Call Harding now at 585-237-5561. Hiring a professional cleaning service is actually an incredibly economical idea. At Warren's, they're able to get done twice as much
Here we are on the 4th down play.
With their competitive rates, they're
Add
saving
off
you
the
time
screen,
and
my
money.
apologies. Good return from Jackson Fix, and Leroy will have quality field position here at their own 45-yard line.
45, where the Knights will have great field position, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 coming up for the Knights to begin this second quarter of play. It's been a good start for Leroy. They lead at 7-0. Big touchdown run from Tony Piazza. LPW has yet to jumpstart its offense. So here's Strollo. Out of the shotgun, taking it himself. Breaking through a hole and into the secondary. Across the 30, into LPW territory. What a gain for Drew Strollo on 1st down. A fresh set coming up for the Knights. 3rd string quarterback, no problem for Leroy, as Strollo has been impressive tonight.
First and 10 at the 29-yard
So
line.
1st and 10. Knights will look to do it again here. Strollo fakes the handoff, takes it himself. Another hole through the line. This time brought down after about a 6-yard gain. DQ Johnson-Myers in there on the stop for LPW. That's near a 1st down, 2nd and 1 coming up for Leroy.
Strollo, a good 9-yard run, 2nd down and 1 for the Knights.
So 2nd and 1. Leroy inside the red zone following that run from Piazza, which gives them a fresh set of downs. Leroy on the move once again. This LPW defense having trouble slowing this Knights running game. That's quite a surprise, as you see up front for LPW, quite well sized along the line of scrimmage. You have Carson Petrie and Logan Diver on the ends. And here come the Knights. As a fumbled snap is picked up by Strollo, pushed forward for 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Drew Strollo with the run. Gains a couple yards. 2nd down and 8 for the Knights.
So we're inside 10 minutes to play in the first half. Leroy facing a 2nd and 7 from the LPW 13-yard line. Strollo under center, Piazza and Fix stacked behind him. The pitch goes to Fix, and here's a reverse, and it's dropped. And it looked like it was recovered by LPW. Carson Petrie in there for the recovery, and LPW is going to take over. Just what the doctor ordered for the Dogs. Turnover from the Knights. Crisis committed by the Leroy offense as they had everything going, and now LPW will take over at their own 21-yard line with a fresh set of downs. 9:20 on the game clock. Big mistake committed by the Leroy offense as they tried the trick play, the pitch to Fix, and tried the reverse, but it was dropped.
1st and 10 for LPW.
As Maverick Cook couldn't handle it, and it fell to the grass where Carson Petrie was waiting to fall on it. 9:20 remaining in the opening half. And now LPW off the mat with signs of life.
Pass complete.
First down reception made by Petrie as they look to get him going in the passing game now. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. What a big play for this LPW defense. They've had nothing going on offense, and when that's the case, you often need your defense to jumpstart your offense, and we'll see if that can be the case for the Dogs here on this drive. Shearing out of the shotgun, Shell beside him. Wolfanger on the near side. Handoff goes to DQ Johnson Myers. He falls forward for a gain of 1, not much there.
Myers with a carry.
As it's 3rd and 5 now.
Gain 1.
Nice job by this Leroy defensive front. Emmanuel Fisher, along with Ryan Higgins and Jack Lathan. Leroy going with a 3-man front often tonight. And they've done a nice job against this LPW offensive line. So inside 8 minutes to play in the opening half. Quick snap, handoff to Shell. He's stacked up and brought down for no gain. Maverick Cook, one of the first ones there. That's going to bring up 4th and 6 now for the Dogs, and they will send on the punting unit once again.
And it looks like LPW will be punting.
So here comes Stores to kick it away. Fix and Strollo back to return it for the Knights. Stores, this time more of a line drive kick, end over end, returned by Strollo across the 50 before he's brought down. Nice coverage by Devin Tisdale. As a short return for Strollo at the LPW 49-yard line. That's where Leroy will begin its drive. 1st and 10 coming up for the Knights. Strollo under center, hands it off to Fix. Crashing through the line of scrimmage and ahead for an 8-yard gain. Nice gain from Jackson Fix. And this Leroy offensive line is manhandling the LPW front here in the early going. You have Aiden Ridgey
and 3.
up there for the Knights. You also have Ryan Murphy pushing the pile. In the center of it all is Ryan Higgins. And then you have Jack Tonzi on the end. Strong performance in the early going from the Leroy offensive line. Handoff to Fisher, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Gain of 4. Fresh set coming up for the Knights.
And it's a first down for the Knights.
You also have Holden Sullivan doing work for the Leroy offensive line. I think we're missing one, but we'll get there. It's really been a quality performance from Leroy in the trenches here tonight. Also, Will Eschberger up front for Leroy. Approaching the 6-minute mark here in the opening half. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Strollo under center, hands it off to the up back. Piazza through the line, a good gain on first down.
Piazza with a carry.
Ahead for a 9-yard romp, and it's 2nd and 1 coming up for the Knights now.
Gained 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 for the Knights.
Really no need to throw the ball if you're Leroy, the way your front 5 is pushing around the LPW defensive line. Strollo out of the shotgun. He'll run it wide with blockers in front of him. Had one man to beat, but he couldn't do it as he was stacked up and driven to the ground. Nice tackle made by Christopher Shearing. But that is going to be enough for a first down as the sticks move with 5:07 remaining here in the opening half. So here's Fix, the deep back, and they give it to him through the line for a good gain, and it's really been an advantage for Leroy here tonight, setting themselves up with big gains on first down. They've been putting themselves on schedule throughout the contest, and that's led to a quality performance from this Knights running game. Outside of the fumble on the last drive, they've really had their way running the football. And here's Strollo under center on the 2nd and 4. Piazza in motion. Handoff goes to Fix, and he's driven back by Bailey Shell. A loss of 1, 3rd and 5. It's been a quality performance for Shearing and Shell here tonight, but the LPW duo needs a few of their teammates to join the party.
Loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Knights.
3:45 remaining in the opening half. Leroy facing a critical 3rd and 5 here as they look to keep the drive alive on their way to what they hope will be their 2nd score of the game. Strollo out of the shotgun, takes the snap, running behind Piazza. Cuts it forward, but he's cut down. Shell in there to finish the job, but the first one there looked like it was Carson Petrie. He's also had a nice game for LPW, the fumble recovery, and now a few big tackles defensively. 4th and 2 coming up for Leroy. 4th and 3, actually, we'll call it. With 3 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter, the Knights will keep the offense on the field. LPW in desperate need of a stop. Jackson fixed the deep back. Piazza in front of him. Strollo under center. Holly wide to the left. Knights looking to throw, and it's complete. Piazza on the run inside the 5. And that's a first down and more for the Knights.
Tony takes it down to
nice play call
5.
From the Knights offensive coaching staff as they go to the air on 4th and 3 and convert for the first down. It's now 1st and goal from the LPW 4-yard line. Tony Piazza has played a significant role here tonight for this Leroy offense. The touchdown early, and now a critical fourth down conversion as Leroy once again nearing the end zone. Strollo under center, takes the snap, hands it to Piazza, crashing through for the score.
Tony Piazza takes the snap and touchdown.
13-0.
The Knights.
Leroy out in front. They are in firm control of this one. So outside of the fumble committed by the Knights offense, it's been all Leroy. Big conversion on fourth down, and Tony Piazza continues his strong performance with his second touchdown of the evening. Snap, hold, kick is good from Pocock.
Andrew Pocock,
and it's now 14-0.
Let's hear it for your Knights. 14, LPW 0.
Hiring a professional cleaning service is actually an incredibly economical idea. At Warren's, they're able to get done twice as much cleaning in half the time. With their competitive rates, they're saving you time and money. A clean facility is a productive one. Call Warren's at 585-786-5610 and schedule your appointment today.
All right, LPW getting ready to return the ensuing kickoff following Leroy's latest touchdown. We give you a quick look at the Class C standings entering this week's action. Excuse me, this was entering last week's action as Section 5 had yet to update the standings. Penyan Dundee had fallen to East Rochester Gananda last week, their first loss of the season. So ERG working their way up the ladder. Leroy with another win last week to improve to 5-1. Attica defeated LPW. They are now 5-2, while LPW sits at 4-2. So it's really a 5-team race within Section 5 Class C, which should make for some exciting action down the stretch in the postseason. And a nice kick from Pocock. Ball comes out. Who's got it?
Fumble on the play,
and LPW able to recover. So 1:57 remaining here in the second quarter. LPW will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Snap. And met in the backfield. This Leroy defense has been impressive. Maverick Cook, another big stop, tackled for loss. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
Tackled the backfield for a loss, 2nd and 12.
It's been a futile effort for this LPW offensive and defensive front tonight. Leroy has dominated the trenches. 1:20 remaining in the opening half. Shearing out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw. It's complete to Petrie. Works his way forward for a short gain of about 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 with time ticking away here in the second quarter. So following Penyan's loss this past week, we'll update the standings for the second half, but following Penyan's loss, it looks like Leroy has firm control on that number 1 seed with this 14-0 lead over LPW in the first half. If they are to win this game, they will secure that number 1 seed in Class C entering sectional play. And LPW certainly taking a long time in the huddle there, and now they're forced to call a timeout. Poor time management there from LPW as they let plenty of time wind off the clock before calling that timeout. It's now 3rd and 8. And we'll take a quick break.
Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs and is always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662. I choose GCC? That's easy. Affordable tuition, a new state-of-the-art technical training and solar lab on site, also award-winning faculty with real-world experience, 200-plus transfer agreements to four-year schools, and on-campus student housing now available.
And a big completion there from Shearing to Aiden Miller. And you certainly have to question why LPW let so much time tick away before calling that last timeout, as they certainly could use that extra 20 or 30 seconds here, as they're now near midfield on the completion from Shearing to Miller.
Sometimes unexpected illness or injuries can occur that require immediate care. It's times like these that you can turn to UR Medicine, Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Urgent Care Center Geneseo is located in the Noise Health Services Building on 50 East South Street. Walk-ins are welcome every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. There are x-ray and lab services on site.
All right, so 1st and 10 coming up for LPW with 17 seconds remaining in the opening half. Man in motion, snap to Shearing, back to throw, under pressure, and he escapes it, still on his feet, on the run up the middle, and eventually brought down after a gain of 10. That's going to be a first down for LPW. Clock comes to a stop with 8 seconds. And my, oh my, you certainly wonder what happened before that timeout was called, as there should be about 28 seconds remaining if LPW was able to hurry to the line, but they let all that time tick away before calling their first time out of the half. So 8 seconds remaining in the second quarter, a 1st and 10 coming up for LPW. Ball at the Leroy 41.
Stop by and see Nancy Crocker at Empire Realty Group at 7133 West Main Road in Leroy for any and all of your real estate needs. Nancy takes great pride in providing excellent service to all area buyers and sellers. Select Nancy Crocker as your realtor for 2022. Harding Plumbing is a family-owned and operated company that is EPA certified and fully insured. Harding offers fair pricing for excellent workmanship. They stand behind their work and business name. With 24-hour emergency service and 12 technicians, Harding has the ability to...
All right, here we go. 8 seconds remaining in this opening half. Shearing back to throw, under pressure on the run, and roped in by Piazza and brought down, and
that's going to be the half.
And that's going to do it
Leroy,
for the first half of play. Leroy leads it 14-0. LPW back to the drawing board at halftime. We'll see you in a few moments here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel.
Hiring a professional cleaning service is actually an incredibly economical idea. At Warren's, they're able to get done twice as much cleaning in half the time. With their competitive rates, they're saving you time and money. A clean facility is a productive one. Call Warren's at 585-786-5610 and schedule your appointment today. Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs and is always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 for a quote today. Why choose GCC? That's easy. Affordable tuition, a new state-of-the-art technical training and solar lab on site, also award-winning faculty with real-world experience, 200-plus transfer agreements to four-year schools, and on-campus student housing now available. Sometimes unexpected illness or injuries can occur that require immediate care. It's times like these that you can turn to UR Medicine, Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Urgent Care Center Geneseo is located in the Noise Health Services Building on 50 East South Street. Walk-ins are welcome every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. There are X-ray and lab services on site. For more information, visit noise.urmc.edu. Stop by and see Nancy Crocker at Empire Realty Group at 7133 West Main Road in Leroy for any and all of your real estate needs. Nancy takes great pride in providing excellent service to all area buyers and sellers. Select Nancy Crocker as your realtor for 2022. Harding Plumbing is a family-owned and operated company that is EPA certified and fully insured. Harding offers fair pricing for excellent workmanship. They stand behind their work and business name. With 24-hour emergency service and 12 technicians, Harding has the ability to get the workload done in a timely fashion. Call Harding now at 585-237-5561. Hiring a professional cleaning service is actually an incredibly economical idea. At Warren's, they're able to get done twice as much cleaning in half the time. With their competitive rates, they're saving you time and money. A clean facility is a productive one. Call Warren's at 585-786-5610 and schedule your appointment today.
Field and performance.
All right, here are the Leroy Marching Knights for your halftime entertainment. taken to their chest. Suddenly they got some signs of life here. And Jackson Fix is able to recover the kick. And they do block it. Chasing after it and recovering inside the red zone is Braden Wolfanger. Now looking to run, looking around into the end zone. Adrian Stevens, touchdown. Shell up the middle into the secondary. Bailey Shell. LPW inside the 5. Follow his blockers to the left. There goes Thomas trying to fight for the goal line. The ball comes out. Who's got it? Looks like Leroy does. And the Knights recover. Leroy recovers the fumble near the goal line. 4:39, second and 10. Yale back to throw. Flushed out again. Directing traffic. Flag behind the play. And it's picked off. A diving interception made by Bailey Shell. All right, and we are back here at Hartwood Park. Leroy with a 14-0 lead over LPW. Alex Brasky here with you for the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. And we'll take you through a quick recap of the first half of action. Right, Kokitas wide to the left. Handoff goes to Piazza, and there he goes into the open field. Tony Piazza is in for the Leroy touchdown. 35 yards, Tony Piazza puts Leroy on the board here in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Knights. And Fix stacked behind him. The pitch goes to Fix, and here's a reverse, and it's dropped. And it looked like it was recovered by LPW. Carson Petrie in there for the recovery, and LPW is going to take over. Just what the doctor ordered for the Dogs. Turnover from the Knights. Crisis committed by the Leroy offense. Knights looking to throw, and it's complete. Piazza on the run inside the 5. And that's a first down and more for the Knights. Strollo under center. Takes the snap, hands it to Piazza, crashing through for the score.
Tony Piazza takes the snap and touchdown.
13-0. Leroy out in front. All right, so that's how we got here. 14-0. Leroy in the lead. Tony Piazza is things out as they look for more from their offense here as the game presses on. But we're getting set for the second half. Put 12 minutes on the board. Third quarter coming up here at Hartwood Park.
Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. and is always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 for a quote today.
All right, we're ready to start the second half. Knights 14. They're going to get the ball.
And as a result, they forced Leroy into long drives.
Why choose GCC? That's easy. Affordable tuition, a new state-of-the-art technical training and solar lab on site, also award-winning faculty with real-world experience, 200-plus transfer agreements to four-year schools, and on-campus student housing now available. Sometimes unexpected illness or injuries can occur that require immediate care. It's times like these that you can turn to UR Medicine, Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Urgent Care Center Geneseo is located in the Noise Health Services Building on 50 East South Street. Walk-ins are welcome every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. There are x-ray and lab services on site. For more information, visit noise.urmc.edu.
All right, and Emmett Storrs will kick it away for LPW to begin this second half. And here comes Leroy on the return. A flag comes in. Maverick Cook on the run. He's pushed out of bounds. We'll see what the flag is here. It looks like it's going to go against the Knights. Block in the back. And that'll set Leroy back to begin this third quarter.
If it's a spot foul from the 20, it's going to be that's a 10-yard penalty. First down and 10 at the 10-yard line for the Knights.
Here's the first down play for Leroy. Handoff, fix, flailing forward for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Knights.
Three-yard gain, 2nd down and 7 for the Knights.
Strollo under center once again. Takes it himself. No, Piazza takes the handoff for a short gain of about 1. 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Knights. So 3rd and 5 coming up for the Knights. Deep inside their own territory, LPW in need of a stop here. Snap. Strollo pushing forward, flag behind the play in the area of holding. He did get enough for a first down, but we'll see what the penalty is.
For a first down, but there's a flag blocking the back.
And another illegal block called against the Knights. That's going to set them back. And a 3rd and long coming up for Leroy. So 3rd and 13 coming up for Leroy, as LPW will look to come up with a stop and perhaps flip the field. Give themselves good field position as they look to work themselves back from this early 14-0 deficit. Here's Strollo out of the shotgun. Piazza beside him. Strollo looking to throw. Going deep. A jump ball to Merritt Holly, but it's knocked away. Solid defense as it was Devin Tisdale in coverage for LPW as he knocked it away. 4th and 13 coming up. And it looks like LPW is going to take over. You can't discount that play made by Tisdale. Often this season we've seen Leroy just throw it up to the well-sized Holly, and he's been able to come down with a few receptions, but not on that one, as Tisdale a bit better on the contested catch, and he's able to knock it away. And here's Jackson Fix on to punt it away for Leroy, a rolling kick down at the 33-yard line. So quality field position for LPW, and it's now or never for the Dogs. They need a score, and they need it badly, trailing by 2 touchdowns here. They have yet to jumpstart their offense, but quality opportunity here set up nicely inside Leroy territory.
For this round. We'll make that announcement later again just so you have a heads up. 1st down and 10 for LPW.
Shearing out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to run. He's wrapped down from behind by Tonzi, but a gain of 4. That'll keep LPW on schedule here as they look to forge their first fruitful drive of the evening.
Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 for LPW.
Snap. Handoff to Petrie, room to run for a 1st down. Fresh set of downs coming up for LPW. Carson Petrie getting involved here.
Carson Petrie with a 1st down for LPW.
Quietly, Petrie has had himself a nice game here tonight.
1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 coming up for LPW. They look to work their way toward the end zone. Wolfanger on the reception. Fights forward for a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up. That's what LPW needs to do, I believe. Work that short passing game and get their athletes out in space, because nothing's been working inside against this talented Leroy front. They need to use the screen to their advantage, a few swing passes, perhaps get Shell on the outside. So this is the first time they've been able to forge any sort of successful drive here. Shearing takes the snap, looking to throw. The ball comes out. Who's got it? Looks like Leroy does, and they do. Costly error committed as it was stripped out. And Leroy recovers. They will take over deep inside their own territory. What once looked like a promising drive comes to a screeching halt as Leroy takes over with 8:32 remaining in the 3rd quarter, ahead by 14. Wow, what a mistake there from LPW. So here's Leroy, quick to the line. Snap, handoff to Piazza, fighting forward. A nice tough tackle made by Noah Lighton. But a gain of 4 there for the Knights, and it's 2nd and 6.
Noah Lightning makes a stop. 2nd down and 5 for the Knights.
My apologies on the camera work, but Jackson Fix, a solid gain, gives Leroy a 1st down.
1st and 10 for Leroy. 36-yard line.
So I update our social media here with the halftime score. So my apologies on that Solid run from Fix. He's done a nice job. Leroy working so quickly on offense, it's caught me by surprise a few times. Strollo takes the shotgun snap, fighting forward. It's a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Knights.
Quarterback keeper gains about 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 for Leroy.
So it's been a solid season for this Leroy running game. Piazza entered the game with 350 yards on the ground. Fix 330 yards on the ground. Strollo with near 400 yards on the ground. So they've had no trouble moving the ball via the ground game. It's just been a struggle at times finding that multifaceted approach to their offense, particularly with starting quarterback Tommy Conandorio going down in week 2 and backup quarterback Adrian Stevens falling recently, which has led to Strollo, more of a running quarterback, taking over. And now Leroy facing a 3rd and 1 from their own 45-yard line. LPW needs a stop. Shell near the line, and he'll blitz. Strollo rolling out, looking to throw. It's incomplete, or no, it's complete. A diving catch made by Merritt Holly. Leroy wanted to call for pass interference, but no need as Holly came up with a big catch and a 1st down for Leroy. What a catch from Merritt Holly. Great concentration, falling to the ground and making a great grab while it was pretty solid coverage there from Letchworth Perry Warsaw's Devin Tisdale. What a play from Merritt Holly. Strollo hands it to Fix, but stopped in the backfield by Andrew Kelly. Fix able to fight his way forward for a gain of 1, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Fix on the carry. Short gain, 2nd down and 9.
Five and a half minutes to go here in the 3rd. Leroy slowing things down a bit in hopes of working as much time off the clock as they can while they have the football. 2nd and 9, Strollo out of the shotgun. Piazza in motion, Fix beside Strollo. And Strollo will follow Fix on the quarterback keeper, ahead for a gain of 5. So 3rd and 4 coming up for the Knights.
Gain about 5 yards. Give me 3rd and 5 for the Knights.
Strollo under center, Fix the deep back. Piazza in motion. Ball comes out. Strollo able to pick it up off the ground. And we've seen that a few times tonight. You knew the center quarterback exchange may be a problem for Strollo. Kind of a novice quarterback, but each time that's happened, he's been able to scoop it up off the turf. No harm, no foul. And he works it forward there for a 1st down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
So 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Another fresh set of downs for Leroy. Strollo under center once again. Piazza behind him. And the ball comes out. Was he able to get this one? Looks like he was, and that's going to be a gain on the play of about 2 yards. So boy, oh boy, Leroy has been fortunate to recover each one of those botched exchanges. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 here for Leroy. 3.5 minutes to go in the 3rd. So 2nd and 8. Strollo out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Takes it himself. Tripped up. And Shearing finishes the tackle, but Strollo ahead for a gain of 6. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
It's going to be 3rd down and short for the Knights as the clock ticking.
So LPW in need of a stop here. 3rd and 2. We'll call it 3rd and 3 as a matter of fact. 2.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter and a timeout called as Leroy takes their first timeout of this half. Take a quick break as we thank a few of our sponsors here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel.
Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs and is always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 for a quote today. Why choose GCC? That's easy. Affordable tuition, a new state-of-the-art technical training and solar lab on site, also award-winning faculty with real-world experience, 200-plus transfer agreements to 4-year schools, and on-campus student housing now available. Sometimes unexpected illness or injuries can occur that require immediate care. It's times like these that you can turn to UR Medicine, Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Urgent Care Center Geneseo is located in the Noise Health Services Building on 50 East South Street. Walk-ins are welcome every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. There are x-ray and lab services on site.
3rd and 3 for Leroy, and it looks like they got enough for the first down.
Cody Piazza on the carry gets the Knights a first down.
So fresh set of downs coming up for the Oaken Knights at the LPW 11-yard line. So Leroy can still get a first down here. Not yet first and goal. LPW really needs to come up with a stop here. They cannot let Leroy find their way into the end zone. A 3-score game would be tough to overcome. Snap to Strollo up the middle, tripped up at about the 5. 6-yard gains, 2nd and 4 coming up.
5 yards, 2nd down and 5 for the Knights.
So a minute and a half remaining. Handoff goes to Piazza.
Touchdown!
Stepping over defenders into the end zone for the touchdown. Tony Piazza, his 3rd score of the game.
Tony Piazza with it.
And Leroy's ahead 20-0. And that could be the dagger in the heart of LPW, as they have not been able to mount any sort of offensive effort against this Leroy defense. Pocock on for the PAT to make it a 21-0 game. Snap, hold, kick. And it is 21-0.
It's good. 21, your Knights, 0 LPW.
Stop by and see Nancy Crocker at Empire Realty Group at 7133 West Main Road in Leroy for any and all of your real estate needs. Nancy takes great pride in providing excellent service to all area buyers and sellers. Select Nancy Crocker as your realtor for 2022. Harding Plumbing is a family-owned and operated company that is EPA certified and fully insured. Harding offers fair pricing for excellent workmanship. They stand behind their work and business name. With 24-hour emergency service and 12 technicians, Harding has the ability to get the workload done in a timely fashion. Call Harding now at 585-237-5561.
And here comes the kick from Leroy after they take a 21-0 lead with 1:23 remaining in the third quarter. Pocock, a squib kick up the middle, fielded by DQ Johnson Myers. He fights his way across the 30 to the 31, and that's where LPW will begin its drive.
Myers brings the ball up for LPW, where that'll be 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hiring a professional cleaning service is actually an incredibly economical idea. At Warren's, they're able to get done twice as much cleaning in half the time. With their competitive rates, they're saving you time and money. A clean facility is a productive one. Call Warren's at 585-786-5610 and schedule your appointment today.
All right, so here we go to begin the LPW drive. 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Shearing looking to throw. Going deep, has a man, but he overthrew him.
Coverage by number 24, Cal Kokitas.
Cal Kokitas in on the coverage. He had Jordan Brown, but he overthrew him, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up for LPW. Handoff to Wolfanger, and it's botched. Who's got it? And LPW maintains possession, but that's going to be a loss on the play. 3rd and 14 coming up. It's not what LPW needed. So 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And LPW behind the sticks. 3rd and 14. Shearing out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Pump fakes. Play still alive off the hands of Petrie, out of bounds, incomplete. And 4th down coming up. And LPW will send the punting unit onto the field. It's been a slow go for LPW offensively all night long, and credit this Leroy defense. They've made it tough up front, and their coverage unit has been solid in the back end.
4th and 14.
4th and 14 coming up. 21 seconds remaining here in the third. Emmett Storrs set to kick it away for Letchworth Warsaw Perry, as coming on late is Tisdale. Here's Storrs, kicks it away, a good kick. And it's fielded by Fix at about the 40-yard line, dodging defenders across the 50, across the LPW 45, still on his feet, eventually wrestled down with 8 seconds remaining here in the third. 1st and 10 coming up for Leroy as they look to pour it on here in the second half, already leading 21-0.
1st and 10 at the 43.
So we'll give you a quick look at the updated Class C standings. Leroy atop everybody at 5-1. Pena and Dundee now at 5-1 following their loss to East Rochester Ganando, which is now at 6-1. Attica between those teams at 5-2, while LPW likely to fall to 4-3 when it's all said and done here tonight. So LPW falling out of the mix. It's now turning into a 4-team race for the Class C title. Jackson Fix ahead for a 1st down, and that's going to do it. For the third quarter, we head to the 4th. It's a 21-0 Leroy lead.
1st down, Oaxaca Knights. And that's going to be into the third quarter. Let's hear it for your Knights. 21, LPW 0.
Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs and is always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 for a quote today. Why choose GCC? That's easy. Affordable tuition, a new state-of-the-art technical training and solar lab on site, also award-winning faculty with real-world experience, 200-plus transfer agreements to four-year schools, and on-campus student housing now available. Sometimes unexpected illness or injuries can occur that require immediate care. It's times like these that you can turn to UR Medicine, Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Urgent Care Center Geneseo is located in the Noise Health Services Building on 50 East South Street. Walk-ins are welcome every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. There are x-ray and lab services on site. For more information, visit noise.urmc.edu. Stop by and see Nancy Crocker at Empire Realty Group at 7133 West Main Road in Leroy for any and all of your real estate needs. Nancy,
Sorry about that. Forgot to unmute the mic. 11:19 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Leroy hands it off to Emmanuel Fisher. He dives forward, still on his feet, and he comes down at about the 20-yard line. Good run for Emmanuel Fisher. That's near a first down, 3rd and 1 coming up for Leroy. So those Class C standings, as we saw earlier, Leroy the top seed, likely to earn that top seed here with this win over LPW. East Rochester Gananda at 6-1. LPW falling out of contention.
Tony Piazza with a carry.
Piazza, another good run for a first down.
For your Wacker Knights.
And here you see it.
Great game tonight, as always. The ball be first.
Sectionals will begin next week.
The 8-yard line.
Attica with a matchup against Bath Haverling this week, so that's a tough matchup for the Blue Devils. ERG likely to improve to 7-1. Pena and Dundee likely to improve to 6-1. And Strollo keeps this one himself, fighting forward for about a 3-yard gain.
Keeper.
It's going to be 2nd and goal now from about the 7.
For the Knights.
So 8 teams will make the sectional tournament, which begins next week. Leroy likely to face either Lions, Sodas, or Mid Lakes. Handoff goes to Tony Piazza up the middle. Brought down at about the
Tony Piazza
5.
again with a carry.
Bring up a third and
Hard yards up the middle.
goal from the 5.
Get to the 5. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
And as you see here, Lions, Sodas, Midlakes, and Bath Haverling all battling it out for the 6, 7, 8 seed. And LPW may sneak its way down there following what's expected to be a loss tonight. So Leroy will face off with one of those teams coming up. And a flag comes in.
False start on the offense. So on the flag, great call by the offense. False start.
If you're wondering, we've had a few slip-ups in the broadcast tonight. We are trying a new streaming system. It's led to some audio issues as well as some graphics being left on the screen too long, but that's the reason for it, trying to give the viewer at home a better experience.
They want the clock. They want the clock.
And another flag comes out.
False start on the offense.
And another false start is called.
That's another 5-yard penalty.
So 8:42 remaining as the clock restarts. It's 3rd and goal from the 15-yard line following back-to-back penalties committed by the Knights.
They lost a little bit of that composure here on the last couple of plays.
So here's Piazza beside Strollo in the backfield as Strollo will take it out of the shotgun. Snap, fakes the handoff to Piazza. Under pressure, and he's brought down. Sack for Noah Layton, and the pressure was created by Braden Wolfinger, really flushing him in to Layton there, and that's a 4-yard loss, 4th and 19.
And it's going to be 4th and 19.
And Leroy looks like they'll punt it away here, or perhaps kick a field goal. And they will attempt the field goal. Andrew Pocock on to try the 35-yard field goal. So here's Pocock. The kick is up. And it is wide left. Had the distance. As LPW will take over 1st and 10 inside their own territory. 7:32 remaining in this ball game.
So LPW stops, and they'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 19.
Stop by and see Nancy Crocker at Empire Realty Group at 7133 West Main Road in Leroy for any and all of your real estate needs. Nancy takes great pride in providing excellent service to all area buyers and sellers. Select Nancy Crocker as your realtor for 2022.
So 1st and 10 at the 19 for LPW.
All right, here we go. Getting set for LPW's latest drive. Snap and a handoff. Bailey Shell with a good gain on 1st down of 8 yards. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Dogs.
9, it's going to be 2nd down and 1.
7:10 remaining in this 4th quarter.
Just over 7 minutes left in the game. Knights 21.
Snap, handoff. Stacked up as DQ Johnson Myers is driven back. Cook in there on the stop for Leroy. It's going to be a 1st down for LPW.
With a run.
6.5 minutes to go. This one has never been in doubt. Leroy driving at will down the field while LPW has made critical mistakes and has remained stagnant offensively. It's been all nights here tonight. Handoff up the middle. Shell pushing his way forward.
On Bailey Shell.
Gain of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 for LPW.
So time is ticked under 6 minutes to go. All but a formality as LPW will look to regroup going into postseason play, while Leroy will enter postseason play with a head full of steam, having won 4 straight games. Handoff to Shell. He's stacked up after a gain of 1.
Not going anywhere.
But we're going to keep it at 3rd and 2 here.
Maybe gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for LPW.
Leroy is now outscored its opponents 196 to 111 this season. Like I said, 4 wins in a row. Trying to win its first sectional title since 2014 and first title under head coach Brian Herdline. LPW now has outscored its opponents 142 to 124. They've lost 2 straight, trying to win their first title since they won back-to-back championships to conclude the 2017 and 2018 campaigns.
Little confusion in the backfield.
As that's a big loss on the play, going to bring up 4th and 6 for LPW with 4.5 minutes remaining.
Loss of 4, going to be 2nd down and 5.
So Leroy likely to take on either Bath Haverling, Mid-Lakes, Lions, Sodus, or perhaps this LPW team again. While Penyan, Dundee, Attica, and East Rochester, Gananda likely to battle it out for a shot at the Knights. And what the Knights hope is the Class C championship game. So here's LPW going to the air. It's complete. But Bailey Shell is brought down by Tony Piazza and Jack Tonzi, and that's going to do it for LPW as 4:04 remaining. Leroy will take over on downs and will try to work the final minutes off this clock and take home a solid victory. So 4:04 remaining in this game. Leroy looking to salt this one away. Strollo pushes his way ahead for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Drew Strollo on the keeper. Gain of 4 yards. Going to be 2nd down and 6 for Leroy. As we just have over 3 minutes left in the game.
Right now I'm looking, current standings have Haverling as the 8th seed, and that's always a good matchup for Leroy. Leroy and Haverling have been going at it for a couple of years. They played earlier this season.
So 2nd and 5 with 3.5 minutes to go. Strollo under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Fisher. He's met at the line by Kelly, but able to break through. Kelly, second effort, able to wrap him down with help from Leighton.
Emmanuel Fisher with a carry.
And that's going to be a loss of 1, 3rd and 6 coming up with 3 minutes to go.
And we have a timeout.
And an injured player, it's Bailey Shell. That's not good news for LPW. And we'll thank our sponsors once more here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel.
Harding Plumbing is a family-owned and operated company that is EPA certified and fully insured. Harding offers fair pricing for excellent workmanship. They stand behind their work and business name. With 24-hour emergency service and 12 technicians, Harding has the ability to get the workload done in a timely fashion. Call Harding now at 585-237-5561.
do end up being opponents next week. They obviously have the luxury of playing Leroy the week earlier, learning a lot about how things went in that game and what they need to do to try to stop Leroy.
All right, and Shell makes his way off the field. Good sign there. Hoping for the best for him.
Nope. All the nephews are. Nope. She's still ain't sailing. Yeah, we transcend likes. No, not family.
Third down
So
and
here we
5
go.
for the
3rd
Knicks.
and 5 for Leroy. 3:02 remaining, and the clock winds to begin this play. Strollo under center, takes the snap, turns around, hands it to Fisher. Stiff-arming his way through defenders, eventually brought down by Shearing, who's had a nice performance here tonight for
Emmanuel Fisher
LPW.
again with a carry.
Gain of 1, 4th and 5 coming up.
No gain. Still going to be 4th down for the Knights.
2.5 minutes remaining here in the 4th. Leroy will keep the offense on the field. Trying to end it now. So 4th and 5, Strollo in the shotgun, Fisher beside him. And looks like somebody jumped, and it may have been the Knights, and it was. So 4th and 10 now for Leroy, and we'll see if that changes the approach here. But it doesn't appear as if it will. Looks like they'll keep the offense out there and still look to get the first down with 2:01 remaining. We'll stop our clock, let it catch up here. Start it when it synchronizes with clock here at Hartwood Park. 1:49 remaining in this game. Knights going forward on 4th and 10. Strollo takes the snap, looking to run, has some room on the outside, runs out of bounds. He's not going to get there, and LPW is going to take back over with 1:40 remaining, as a holding call will be declined by LPW, and they'll take back over.
The game is already decided. He was not going to get a first down. There's really no need to call that penalty and extend this game any further than it needs to. But I'm assuming that LPW is going to decline the penalty anyway.
There's just some times where officials make calls and you wonder what they're thinking. Strollo is running out of bounds late in a 21-0 game on 4th down, and rather than just keeping the flag in your pocket, moving forward, letting the game come to an end,
Just a minute 40
you
left.
throw the flag, you delay the inevitable, and add insult to injury. I'm sure LPW just wants to make their way to the locker room and make their way to the bus and go
for
home,
the
but
Knights.
there's just some times where officials don't understand the circumstances they're dealing with. And you hate to tell an official to take those into account on a regular basis, but in a 21-0 game at the high school level, I think you may be better off just keeping the flag in the pocket on that one and letting play continue. No need to call that penalty. And for some reason, LPW accepted it. And now Leroy has another chance to convert on 4th down. And now a delay of game penalty has been called.
Flag again.
So you call that holding penalty,
So it went from a
and then it
minute 40
leads
to
to
11.
further delay with Leroy now calling a timeout to avoid a delay of game call. As an official, you have a responsibility to administer the game in a timely fashion, and I'm not sure why that holding penalty needed to be called there. And also with LPW, I'm not sure why they don't decline the penalty and take over on downs. So a lot of confusion here going on in the later moments of this game.
4th and 20.
And now Leroy will punt it away. And there's 1:11 remaining as Jackson Fix punts it away. High kick. Leroy bounced to about the 11-yard line. That's where LPW will take over. So you just wonder why LPW didn't decline the penalty and take over possession. It certainly was a confusing call, but eventually they'll take over here with 1 minute to go, and we'll
First down and 10 for LPW.
see if they can manufacture anything here late in this game. Hey, Kyler. 1 minute to go here. Is LPW taking its time? With 1 minute to go. Substitutions coming onto the field. And now a timeout has been called.
And LPW takes a timeout.
And this can all go back to that holding call on 4th down, which has led to this string of events that has delayed the inevitable here.
Section 5 games are going to be $6 ahead to get into the games this year. So don't forget.
Harding Plumbing is a family-owned and operated company that is EPA certified and fully insured. Harding offers fair pricing for excellent workmanship. They stand behind their work and business name. With 24-hour emergency service and 12 technicians, Harding has the ability to get the workload done in a timely fashion. Call Harding now at 585-237-5561.
All right, and here we go. We'll see if we can wrap this one up here with 1 minute to go as LPW will take the shotgun snap. Bryce Tallman in at quarterback now looking to throw, and it's complete. And a successful completion at that, as it's a first down down the sideline, and a fresh set of downs coming up for LPW. Jordan Brown on the reception. 52 seconds remaining as the clock comes to a stop. And LPW will look to hurry it up here. Tallman looking to throw under pressure, and he's brought down as Piazza's in there for the sack. And that'll bring up second and long, second and 16 coming up for LPW. So 30 seconds remaining. Tallman looking to throw once again. It's complete. Big hit delivered in the secondary by Connor Hedgeman as it was complete to Aiden Miller. And a timeout is called with 16 seconds remaining.
Third down and 9. Thank you very much.
Hiring a professional cleaning service is actually an incredibly economical idea. At Warren's, they're able to get done twice as much cleaning in half the time. With their competitive rates, they're saving you time and money. A clean facility is a productive one. Call Warren's at 585-786-5610 and schedule your appointment today.
All right, after the timeout, there will be 16 seconds to go as LPW faces a 3rd and 9, down 21 points. Looks like the fans here at Hartwood Park have had enough as they exit stage left. Snap to Tallman, looking to go deep. And he overthrows his man down the field. 4th down coming up. 11 seconds remaining.
They make it easy on me, Rob. That's all it is. I'm a humble man.
4th down and 9.
So 4th and 9 for LPW. They'll look to convert here with 11 seconds remaining. Tallman looking to throw on the run, going deep once again, and it's complete. Down the field, for a chunk play. Completes to Noah Lighton. And there's now 1 second remaining. And that's going to do it. Time has expired here at Hartwood Park. Leroy is your winner, 21-0, as they improve to 6-1.
Leroy might have a bye next week, so we will not.
So Tony Piazza, a big performance. The Leroy defense pitches a shutout. And the Knights marching into the postseason as the #1 seed in Class C. Thank you for joining us. My name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.